A big reveal today of two Jacksonville leading theater organizations collaborating on a Tony Award-winning Broadway production. I'm joined now by Numa Saisselin, president of the Florida Theater and executive director of Theater Jacksonville, Sarah Boone. Welcome to both of you.
Thanks. Great to be here.
Good morning.
So, what's the big news?
So the big news, if the overture playing there, Broadway aficionados will recognize that as the overture to MAME. This August 24, 25, Theater Jacksonville and the Florida Theater are co-producing an in-concert production of the Broadway show MAME. It is an idea that Sarah and I have been talking about for over 10 years.
Right, when we were so young.
And and sometime last year we said to each other, either we do this or we stop talking about it. And the timing is right, so we're doing it.
And this is never been done before. I mean, this really is a unique collaboration.
For us, yes. We are the two historic theaters in Jacksonville, and it seemed to be the proper thing to do, and we both love musical theater. And right during that time in the summer, there's not a whole lot going on in that vein, and we wanted to do something where we could bring in some professionals and also allow people in Jacksonville to audition to be in the show, to work with them.
That's what I think is so exciting.
Yeah.
So talk about the auditions, because, I mean, the star of this show is Linda Pearl, who a lot of people of my generation will remember as Fonzie's girlfriend on Happy Days, but she's been in Broadway films. She's done a ton of television. And so she's a big draw and a known name, but locals can get involved.
Absolutely, and we're going to have auditions, open auditions on April the 20th, and they will be at Theater Jacksonville in San Marco. The show is going to be, on the stage of the Florida Theater. And Numa, what's just happened at the Florida Theater?
So,
Great.
Tell us about that, and also you got to explain what an in-concert production is, because I don't think people know.
So the orchestra's on stage, the chorus is behind them on risers, and the principal players are all down front. It's a very short rehearsal period, so the scripts will be there, but it's a production without the scenery. Right. So we run the whole show. It's acted, it's sung, just without the months and months of rehearsal to create a fully staged production.
Do you block it out? I mean, are people moving around the stage?
Yes, and Jean Tate will be coming down from New York as director, and she's also directed at Theater Jacksonville over the last 20 years.
What else has she done? How should we know Jean Tate?
She's directed off-Broadway. She worked at the Jacksonville Film Festival when it first started, and she just has a long history of collaboration here. And she has also directed my cabaret shows, so she knows her stuff.
So why is this significant for the community in the community of theater, the theater community of Northeast Florida?
For us, it's an opportunity for the Florida Theater to work with the local community. Our thinking process was it's an opportunity for the local performing community to be on stage at the Florida Theater, which they don't often get a chance to do. Bringing in some outside talent should be a draw for people. And the rehearsal period for an in-concert production is short.
Explain how short.
So it's a week, basically.
Wow.
Yeah, if you're in the chorus, it's going to be a little bit before that, but the chorus will rehearse here and then join the group on Monday night at the theater. But the other thing, too, is the people coming in have Jacksonville connections. Joey Chansey, who's now a Broadway conductor, is one of our kids that grew up. He was on the stage at at Theater Jacksonville, and now he's just doing great things in New York, and he immediately agreed to come down and do this.
Oh, cool.
Dorothy Bishop is playing Vera Charles, which is Linda Mame's sidekick. She graduated from high school here and has Jacksonville. She grew up here, too. So and even Linda Pearl has performed in Jacksonville at Theater Jacksonville. So everybody's has a connection with here and is coming back, and everybody said yes really fast.
There's a lot of discussion in the city right now, and not just in the cultural community, but in the city at large, about retaining talent, providing opportunities for people to stay here and pursue their craft, whatever that might be, without having to leave to go to New York or Atlanta or wherever. So this is another opportunity for people actors and singers, to apply their craft here, as well as for some of our native talent who did leave to come back
and share.
And if you look up Joey's bio and you look up Dorothy's bio, these are serious players in Broadway, and this is an opportunity for them to come here and show us what they got.
That's so cool. And I would guess for local talent too, being on the Florida Theater stage. I mean, that really is a cool thing to do. That's where
cool.
Elvis played. It's this, amazing storied venue.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the orchestra to sing 25 pieces, right?
26.
26.
Going to be a full 26-piece orchestra.
That's really rare. That opportunity is very rare.
Yeah.
So,
mostly in a local production, you've got at most a bass drums, piano, maybe a saxophone.
I know that auditions are going to be highly anticipated. Just give me a very quick date, time.
It's April 20th at Theater Jacksonville at 10 o'clock in the morning, and you can go to theaterjacks.com to get all the information. It is up live today because we're announcing everything's live today.
Thank you so much for sharing that announcement here first. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Numa, Saisselin, Sarah Boone, great comments. Have a break a leg.
Thanks so much.
Well done. Thanks.